Hey everybody, welcome to your November monthly reading where we are connecting to our 11th chakra. We've been looking at chakras all year long, starting way back in January, and we're on the 11th chakra, almost to the end of the year. I can't believe it. But this 11th chakra is known to more connect our human sphere to the supernatural. They say you access it with your hands and your feet, and the shamans would use the chakra to produce magic and influence the physical world. It's kind of known like for the mind over matter. And we can see how the mind is a significant influence over our physical world, because really we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So it's that projection, it's how we see the entire world. So for this reading for this month, we're going to be looking at what does spirit want us to know about our mind world. So, of course, we have a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Pisces, this is your monthly reading. And if you're new to my channel, what I do each month is I actually take a tarot deck and split out the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. In the major arcana, that's going to represent just the overall energy for the month they want you to know about, your mind world, since that's what we're focusing on. And then we'll get into what the minor arcana mean when we get there. This month I am using the Spirit Song Tarot. It's one of my new decks. I love it. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your fancy and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. So we'll start off here first with the major arcana and just see the overall theme. So we'll just give these a good shuffle. All right. So for our Pisces, what would you like them to know about their mind-world connection? All right. So this is your card. You do have the Empress. So beautiful, beautiful card of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and new birth, bringing things to fruition. And I like this energy. I'm kind of feeling for you that it is this awareness that you can create so many different things in your world with your change of thought, your change of mindset. Like we said, you don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. That as you come into this power and this connection with your thought processes, your beliefs, really in this beautiful kind of evolution of how you're thinking about things, that you feel like a whole new world is birthed. So I really love that for you. We're also, of course, it was talking about how shamans use this, chakra to produce magic and influence the physical world. So I'm going to use the Shaman's Dream deck also. Let's see what they want you to know about this month with this mind world. Maybe what can you create into this world? One more time. All right, so for our Pisces, what else would you like them to know about November? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you got the deep diver diving into a task, which of course you being water signs, this is so you, and you're like, oh yeah, I know how to deep dive into my emotional arena. And that's card number 10, which does represent endings and new beginnings. So I do love that combination. Let's see what energy comes in with this card. It is about embracing risk, diving into the task, new discoveries. It's easy to play in the shallows where the waters are clear and you can see all that glitters by your feet. Anyone can venture here. There is little risk, nothing to discover, no dark secret, nothing that you can't already perceive. The treasure has long been picked away, replaced by a gentle certainty. In the shallow river is safety and no surprises. Ah, but that's not who's calling you now. The deep diver invites you to take the plunge with him. You can't see the bottom, but you must swim into the dark depths to find the mystery that eludes you now. He knows where the pearls lie underneath the ancient sands. You're called to look beyond the surface of things for your answer. Let your intuition propel you into the water, allowing your memories to swirl around you and your emotions to well up as you face the unknown. Your curiosity will be your greatest guide. You'll surely discover something wondrous to bring back to everyone who is waiting by the shore. But only you will truly know the value of your discovery. Are you willing to do the work? Dive in, make the commitment to see it through, and you'll be amazed. Wow. Definitely love that. So there is this unknown. There's this, I kind of feel like the subconscious with all this talking about the thoughts and beliefs, and with this change and creating this new way, this new world, deep diving into understanding what it is and what has created these thoughts and these beliefs, I feel really is what they're wanting to zero in on. So we're going to move that up there. Oh, maybe not. All right. Okay, maybe not. We will leave the rock down here in the depths. All right. So what we're going to look at next, we're going to look at each of the 4 suits, and each of the 4 suits do represent 4 different areas of your life. And we're going to start off with the element of fire, which is the wands suit. And this one they do call it the acorns. And so this is just going to represent your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your overall, energy. So this will be what the Creator and Spirit want you to know about your energetic energy in November around creating this new world through questioning your thoughts and your beliefs. So for all our Pisces, what would you like them to know about their energetic adventure during November, please? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you have the 8 of acorns, energy results. The 8 of wands, is which this card is all about swift movement and a lot of energy and a lot of things happening. So I feel like in November, as you dive in here and you really look at those things, that things change. The world changes like in a blink of an eye, in an instant, because as you change your approach and change how you're looking at life, boom, things happen so quickly that, once you change your perception and your thought process and your belief about something, it can change, almost immediately when you're looking at things. So I love this coming in here. There also is this message that this is your spiritual energy, and the 8 of wands can be that you're going to be getting spiritual messages from all of those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, which makes sense. As you're on this journey, you're not alone. If you will open up, and as you do, you have a thirst for the spiritual, the connection to the higher realms. So when you're deep diving, you're used to having all your posse swimming alongside you like a giant, school of fish, right? So this is just be aware of the messages that you get in November too, because the spirit realm is going to be communicating with you even more than normal. We're also going to, for this energetic adventure, look at these divine guidance cards and see what else they would like you to know. All right, they do want this one right here. They're not even going to let me finish shuffling, which is quite all right. Wow, look at that card. So these are fractal imaging. I call them the spiritual ink blot test. And so, of course, whatever you see in here is a special message for you. And I also will read from the book. Card number 7 here. Beautiful, bright card. Obviously, a huge heart is jumping out, probably to most of us. And let's see what message comes with this one. Wow, heart mind. So you're talking about the mind world. It's talking about bringing the heart as well in. It says learning to operate from the heart is one of the single most important things we can do. It is now time to activate your heart chakra to its fullest potential. Spirit is asking that you take time to sit within the energy of the heart. Learn to breathe through your heart while you meditate by focusing your breath in your heart. Feel the loving energy you inhale and allow it to fill you. Let each exhale also be love-filled, and feel this love filling the space around you. Through this daily exercise, you become one with your heart-mind, operating fully from a place of love. So perfect, this whole new world, it is having you focus on love. Maybe step out of your mind more and allow love to fill up your journey, your adventure. So definitely there's this connection with this higher realms, with the unconditional love of the higher realms. It's not a conditional love of the human world, which is all rooted in the fear of losing this conditional love that is unstable and ever changing. This is about connecting to that beautiful love that is deep within your heart, which is an unconditional love, an eternal love from above, that there's nothing you can do to earn it, nothing you can do to lose it, letting this fill you up and be the source of your energetic experience, especially during November. And then we will move here into the next element, which is the element of Earth. Now, it is actually the only of the suits that has to do with your outer world. All the others, like this is your inner energy, we'll talk about your thoughts and your emotions, all that happens inside you. Whereas this one is what happens out here. It's whatever is happening on stage with all those other characters that are out there, all the other props that are on stage, including your human body. So it's your outer relationships and with people and your jobs and your education and your possessions, your bank accounts, and as I said, your body too. So this will be what the Creator wants all you Pisces to know about your physical adventure during the month of November regarding this mind world that's going on here. So this is the card, and you got the Three of Crystals. Three of Pentacles is what it would be in the standard tarot. And on here it says collaboration and productivity. But the card, the Three of Pentacles, is all about being the authentic you, not being swayed by the naysayers and the people you would fear that would talk bad about you and that are telling you, why are you doing that for? You're not doing it right. You should do it this way. This one's more, you're going to make money here. You'll never make money that way. All that kind of quelching your creativity. And then you have the other, there's usually three people on the card, so the one is the naysayer, the other one is you, of course, creating this wonderful thing. And the other person is this supporter of yours. They're like so proud of what you're doing and encouraging you to do things. But they are the one that might be more likely to be able to pull you off your authentic path, because in addition to giving you the support and positiveness, they might say, but have you ever thought of doing it this way? And so any suggestions and ideas they have, we might take overly seriously because we don't want that to lose that support and have them go into that naysayer camp. So we might alter our course to do more of what they're wanting us to do because of that fear, because of our little inner child loves that praise and that support. But this card is about telling you, stay true to your authentic self. As you dive deep here and you understand what it is you truly want, as you connect to this love, as you're creating this world, try not to let the outer opinions sway your opinion and your desire of how you want to have your world be. Really get into this creativity and get into this deep part of yourself to understand what it is, what world do you want, not what world does everyone else want you to have. We're also going to pull from the angels and ancestors, not animals. Well, there could be spirit guides that are, animals, but this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So we'll see what else they'd like you to add on this physical adventure for you. One more time. All right. So what else for our Pisces for their physical adventure? What else would you like them to know, please? What else for our Pisces? All right. I do want that one right there. And you have the Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. It's a beautiful card there. We will read from the book on this too. But in regards to being your authentic self, when we have the right and the wrong, that is a place of fear. That's a place of expectations. This letting go of the need to be right. There is this, people are saying who you should be, what you're supposed to do, need to do, have to do, blah, 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 right? That's all the pressure. That's all those expectations that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. And when you let go of the need to be right, you basically let people have their opinions about your life and everything else in the world, and you don't fight over it. You just allow them to go, okay. If they're, saying, hey, I think you should do this way, not that way. You're like, oh, thank you for that, your opinion. Thank you for your information. I'll consider it. And we don't lie. We consider it. We're like, nope, it's not in alignment with my authentic self, with what I want to do. Because sometimes you will get information where you've been looking for an answer and someone goes, oh, I think you should do it this way. Or have you ever thought of doing it this way? And you're like, oh, no, I haven't. Thank you so much. It resonates and it's perfect for you. And that's what you do, right? So I love that information for your journey here. And let's take a look here. So the Peacekeeper says, choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, save your energy for what's important, right? For your authentic self, for your creation and your creativity. The Peacekeeper is a wise Native American woman who has been influenced by the white buffalo woman. She holds a peace pipe, which is emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. She is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you to take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It is a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. It goes on to say you may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point, and get the truth across. But you're being reminded by ancestor wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end, capital T, truth. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle. There's much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. Reminds me of the Five of Swords, which we're about to go into the sword suit. But the Five of Swords basically says, we can fight and fight and fight and try to prove that our small t truths of our human opinion is more truer than someone else's small t truth. But as we connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, we realize we don't need to battle over these, small t truths, because they, real truth, capital T truth, doesn't need to be defended. It will show itself as truth eventually, and it doesn't need that defense, whereas the small t truths that are rooted in fear, that are really illusions, we feel like we have to defend it because someone's going to prove it wrong. And so we stand up and defend those, and that's where battles happen and conflict and all that. But I love this, that they're saying, especially with this being your authentic self, is connect to your inner truths, those capital T truths, and you're able to sit in that regardless of what small t truths are being slung around in the outside world. So we will dive deeper here as we look into the air element, which is the suit of the swords. And this, of course, is the mind. So it's your mindset, your attitudes, your thoughts and beliefs, and your expectations. And it's your mental adventure during the month of November. So let's take a look here, and we're going to see what the Creator and Spirit want all you Pisces to know about your mental adventure. All right off the bat here, they want that one. And you've got the 10 of feathers, which would be the 10 of swords in the standard tarot. And the 10 of swords generally shows someone who is like laying down on the ground with all these small t truths in their back, and they're exhausted. They're not dead. They're actually looking away from us at the sun rising, which is a symbol of hope. And with the 10, it's the endings and new beginnings. You're leaving behind old thoughts and old beliefs that no longer serve you, that only felt like he betrayed you and stabbed you in the back. They have the snake here, which is about the shedding of that skin. You've grown, and you're growing beyond the skin that you were in, and you're ready to shed that and move into a bigger life, a bigger world than you had ever thought before. It's a peaceful world, right? Instead of a world full of conflict. So I love this for you because it is, you've tried to live up to all those expectations of the outside world, but you're now ready to leave that behind, and you're ready to move into this new way of looking at your life, new beliefs, new thoughts as you do this deep diving here. So I love the correlation here of the 10s as well. And then we'll look into these numerology guidance cards and to see what else they'd like you to know around this mental adventure during the month of November. All right, so what else for Pisces for the mental adventure, please? Okay, actually, they do want this one right here. And you've got the Follow Your Dreams card. Beautiful, beautiful card here. So this does, and they don't want me to read from the book on this one because it is all about this leaving the old thoughts behind. We talked a little bit about it in the beginning, how it's like, you're handed thoughts and beliefs and opinions, and including that, you're usually handed dreams, right? This is your dream, and we don't know any better as children. We're like, oh, okay, this is my dream. We take it on, and then we are trying to almost exhaust ourselves trying to make this dream come true. And we wake up in the morning, go, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today, because it's not your dream. It's not your thoughts, not your beliefs. It was an opinion that was handed to you when you were younger, and we took it on as our own, and we've been so investing it in so much. Sometimes we don't want to give up because we're like, how much time and energy I've invested in this dream that was given to me. And it's like, yeah, and it was okay. You learned a lot through it. You grew through it. Obviously the snake, you grew through it, but now you're bigger. You're moving into this direction and finding, especially as you connect to your higher love and deep dive into your real thoughts and beliefs and finding out where everything came from. You're discovering what your real dream is and what world you want to create. So this is this indication of really understand what it is you want in life and why, and you're going to discover a whole new way of living your life, a whole new dream that you want to explore. And then we, of course, move into the final suit here, which is the suit of water, which represents, it's the cup suit, which this, of course, is your element. So nothing to be afraid of here. This is what you've swam in your entire life. Like you said, you're not afraid to deep dive. You've lived it and done it, but you want to dive deeper than you ever have before and explore areas that you hadn't before. So this is going to represent what the Creator and Spirit want you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of November. So they do want that one. So we will grab that. And you have the Two of Shells. You have Two of Cups, which is all about emotional choice, which is a great card to have because it does represent letting you know that every moment is either of unconditional love of the higher realms or of the fear of losing conditional love of the, fear of the human world. And neither is wrong. We actually come here to experience the fears and the conditional world so that we can more fully understand the higher realm and the unconditional love and who we really are. But this is really empowering because it makes you realize that you're not stuck in those fear-based emotions. You always have the other option of the higher love, the unconditional love of the, creator of all things, the mother and father of all things, just that whole posse of beings of unconditional love and light on the other side. And so this is coming in here about this world and how you're looking at things, this whole mind world. It's like, in addition to choosing what story we put around anything, we get to choose what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. And I know in the beginning when they told me that, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm making a choice. Something happens. This is what I think it believes. Something happens. This is how I feel. So where's the choice? And they're very gentle. They're like, come here. Look at all human children's lives. We're all given popular opinions when we are young about what something is supposed to mean and how we're supposed to feel as we go through it. And it's reinforced over and over that we take it on like that dream. And it's just reinforced over and over where it becomes our opinion. Then it becomes our habit to feel that way and to think that way. And then it becomes our reaction where it's so fast, it doesn't feel like it's a decision. But with awareness, with this deep diving, with this whole new world opening up before you, you realize you can choose a new habit on what something means and how you feel as you go through it. So this power comes in here with the changing, again, of how you see the world. You change it moment by moment with a new choice, and not beating yourself up if you continue to choose an old choice sometimes, right? Because it generally happens where we're how a habit changes is after something happens, you go, oh, I wanted to change that. I didn't want to do that again and feel that way again and have that story be the same again. But the time frame that occurs where you realize that becomes shorter and shorter and shorter, where eventually while you're in it, about to make a decision, you remember, wait, I wanted to do a different groove. I wanted to think things differently. I wanted to feel differently. And then you do. And then sometimes you don't. So it becomes yes and no, sometimes not, yeah, no. And then eventually you'll get to the point where before you're going to make a decision, you're like, nope, this is what I want to feel and what I want to do. And then sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And it becomes this, forming that new habit is a moment by moment choice, allowing yourself to not beat yourself up when you make the other choice, the old choice, instead of the new one. And then sometimes what helped me too is after, like when I realized, oh, I wanted to choose differently, I pictured the situation in my head and I pictured me choosing the new way I want, feeling the new way I want, to where my body and my mind and my heart became used to that new feeling, that new thought, and that helped me change some things faster than others. Sometimes it didn't help at all, but sometimes it did help me with different situations. So there you go. Then the final card we're going to pull is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Because it's your last card, it's going to be a wild card. It could mean additional information about your emotional experience, but we're also going to allow it to be whatever else the Creator wants you to know about your month of November. All right, so what is your final message for Pisces for this reading, please? Okay, there it goes. And you've got patience. I know. That is great. But look, a whole new world is awaiting you through this journey here. At the end of this tunnel is a whole new world. I know that's probably the moon, but it looked like a whole new world to me. And that's card number 36. And it says, enjoy the journey, not just the destination. The time has come to learn patience and avoid the lure of instant gratification. Slow down, take your time. Things are happening, you just can't see it yet. Be loving and patient with your body. Patience is a kind of faith in foreseeing. We might see the seed, but we foresee the flower. We might see the books on the table, but we foresee the degree at the end if we read them. If we think physically, we might feel the pain of a hard workout, but foresee and have faith in the muscle and fitness levels we will build. Patience is a way of experiencing the process of fruition, right? Rebirth, birth. For some of us, we choose what is quick and easy. We may choose activities we know we will be good at. These require no big process, no great challenge over time, so no great achievement even if we're good at them. More difficult is a kind of patience and mastery where the skills of learning take time to accrue, and this is where the beauty of patience is born. When we truly realize the power of patience, we understand the power of gaining something incredibly deep and embedded rather than the quick hit of instant gratification. There is great power in going slow. There's also the lifelong benefit of the power of trusting that you can hold a focus for a time for something big, right? Changing habits, also not staying in the shallow end and deep diving, right? Such a beautiful combination. For some of us, learning a physical skill enables us to fall in love with our bodies again, seeing it change and try over and over. We recognize its magnificence in all its weirdness, its wonkiness, its strength, its weakness, and inherent wisdom. We get to feel the process and the miracle. And if our body doesn't quite get it and we run out of patience, well, nasty self-talk is the last thing I would throw at it. Again, changing that habit, not beating it up. After all, my body is not my enemy. Instead, I throw compassion and trust at it. The compassion that it's doing its best right now, and the trust that it will get me to where I want to go, even if that is eventually. I know. I've learned to be patient. The green corn moon, which this is, encourages us to watch for growth and enjoy patiently the journey of growth. While we may not be at fruition, we are on the way. And the companion stone for that, if you're into crystals and stones, is jade. So I love that. So definitely this patience as you go through the process, head into this new world, because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. So as we talked about, as we change our inner world and how we're approaching all of this, it eventually does change the outside world. And we see those changes happen. We have that Empress with the new birth that's coming. And I really feel with you getting in this deep diving and finding out what your dream truly is and what are all these thoughts and these beliefs that betrayed you and that you're exhausted and that you're letting go. As those fall away, it keeps the barrier between you and this new world. And it just flows and it's beautiful and it's open and it's peaceful, right? Full of love. Yay! So enjoy this deep dive, Pisces. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings for each zodiac sign, I also put out weekly energy updates for each sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. Also, clicking the subscribe button will give you access to that notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that do come out on this channel. And also you'll be notified when I go live for my free readings. I actually have started going live every day to provide free readings for an hour or two. So if you haven't stopped by to check that out, make sure you do. I'd love to see you. In addition to all that, doing those things actually helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, or subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy and giddy it wants to share the videos of my channel automatically with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know that I am very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. My personal recorded readings are on a sliding price scale as well, so you can choose between like 3 different price points and find one that's more in alignment with your budget at the time. So all that information, if you're interested, is in the description box of this video below. All right, Pisces, as you go through this beautiful month of November, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing month. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.